Welcome to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today. So, we're unpacking a topic that, honestly, every single person who gets behind the wheel needs to understand, but pretty much no one wants to think about until it's way too late. We're looking at the true anatomy of a roadside emergency. Specifically, we're going to focus on how to navigate the incredibly high-stakes environment of Schertz, Texas, and the surrounding highways. We'll be pulling insights straight from a comprehensive breakdown by Schertz Towing on exactly how local services are keeping communities safe. Okay, let's dive into this and look at the reality of the road.
I want you to just imagine this scenario for a second. You're cruising down the highway, the radio's playing, you're making fantastic time, and then suddenly you hear it. That dreaded, rhythmic thump-thump-thump of a flat tire. Or maybe your engine just sputters out and dies without any warning at all. You manage to somehow pull over onto the shoulder, but as massive cars and trucks just whip past you at 70 miles an hour, this immediate sinking panic sets in. You are stranded. The uncertainty of what to do next, how long you're going to be stuck there, and how dangerous your situation really is, well, that is the exact crisis point we are analyzing today.
And to really understand the gravity of being stranded out there, we have to look at the geography. Schertz sits right along the I-35 corridor, and this isn't just any road. Actually, scratch that. It's literally the massive, heavy traffic artery of Texas, connecting San Antonio and Austin. The sheer volume of daily commuters, commercial freight, and weary long-distance travelers on this specific stretch of pavement is just staggering. It's an incredibly fast-paced environment, which means the second your vehicle stops, the stakes go sky high. You're basically a stationary object sitting inches away from a roaring river of high-speed metal.
To make sure you're fully prepared, here's our roadmap for today. We'll cover the I-35 corridor dilemma, who needs local towing, the services that keep you moving, the local advantage, and finally, roadside safety and compliance.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the I-35 corridor dilemma.
So we're dealing with a real perfect storm here. You've got severe traffic congestion, a massive influx of daily commuters, and exhausted long-distance travelers. These structural challenges mean that when things go wrong on I-35, the standard uncertainties of a breakdown are dangerously magnified. A delayed tow truck isn't just a minor inconvenience out here. It's prolonged, dangerous exposure to a serious hazard. This intense environment is exactly why having a rapid response and totally dependable roadside assistance isn't just some nice luxury. It is an absolute, non-negotiable necessity for survival and safety.
Moving right along to Section 2, who needs local towing? Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the distinct mini-narratives playing out on the road every single day. Look at families and local residents. For them, emergencies are usually flat tires, locking their keys in the car at the grocery store, or a dead battery on a freezing morning. What they really need is pure peace of mind, an affordable, trusted service that's there 24/7. Now compare that to small businesses and fleet operators. For those guys, a broken-down delivery van means lost revenue and super angry customers. They absolutely need heavy-duty equipment, accident recovery, and rock-solid reliability to minimize their downtime. So while their problems are drastically different, the value proposition they both desperately need is the exact same: absolute reliability.
Up next, Section 3, services that keep you moving.
As you'll see, there's a pretty stark contrast between standard driver needs and commercial needs. Just imagine the stressful panic of a parent who accidentally locks their keys in the car with all their kids' gear inside. A quick, professional lockout service or a jump start literally saves their whole day. On the flip side, picture the massive logistical nightmare of an 18-wheeler that needs a winch-out service from a muddy ditch or requires a massive heavy-duty wrecker. A truly competent local towing operation has to be an absolute chameleon. They have to effortlessly shift from bringing a gallon of gas to a stranded commuter 1 minute to orchestrating a massive commercial vehicle recovery the next.
Which brings us to Section 4, the local advantage.
So the crucial point is this bedrock truth about roadside assistance. Knowledge of Schertz and the surrounding towns ensures a significantly faster response. Think about it. When you call some massive national dispatch center, you are literally just a blinking dot on a map to someone sitting 3 states away. But local experts? They know the traffic patterns. They know the exact back roads to take when I-35 is parked like a parking lot. This deep local expertise, combined with real trust and clear pricing, forms the absolute foundation of a customer-centric approach. Because honestly, when you're stranded, you don't want a call center. You want a neighbor with a tow truck.
By strategically serving Schertz, Converse, Cibolo, Selma, New Braunfels, and Greater San Antonio, they are casting a really wide geographical safety net. For those of you commuting through these areas every day, this extensive footprint should offer a massive sense of relief. It means that no matter where your alternator finally decides to give up the ghost on your commute, professional help is genuinely never far away.
Finally, we have Section 5, Roadside Safety and Compliance.
Okay, before we talk about what you should do in an emergency, let's look at the professionals. Because safety isn't just about, quickly hooking up a car and getting out of there. It involves extremely strict compliance standards. We're talking about adhering to every single local and state regulation, constantly updating driver training, and maintaining top-tier equipment. These strict protocols are exactly what protect your vehicle from damage during the tow, and more importantly, protect the human beings operating the machinery on a very dangerous highway shoulder.
And this brilliantly illustrates your absolute survival guide for when the unexpected happens. Step 1. Keep your hazard lights on to make yourself as visible as possible. Step 2. Stay inside your vehicle with your seatbelt fastened, assuming it is safe to do so. Remember, your car is engineered to take an impact. Your frail human body definitely is not. Step 3. Call for professional assistance immediately. Guys, I literally cannot stress this enough. Please do not try to change a flat tire on the shoulder of I-35 by yourself. The $20 you might save is never, ever worth the terrifying physical risk of cars flying past you by mere inches.
To wrap up our explainer today, let's run through a rapid-fire Q&A session, just to address any lingering doubts you might have in the back of your mind. First up, how fast is the average response time? Because let's be real, when you're panicked on the side of the road, every single minute feels like an hour.
Well, the enthusiastic answer here is that local proximity is their absolute biggest asset for speed. Because they are strategically based right there in Schertz in the neighboring towns, they aren't fighting 50 miles of dead-stop traffic just to get to you. Their response is rapid precisely because they are practically already in your backyard.
Next question, keeping this rapid-fire pace going. Let's say you're a skeptical commercial driver, or you own a specialty vehicle. Are the technicians actually trained to handle all vehicle types?
The answer is a resounding yes. I really want to completely reassure you here. Whether you are driving a little four-door family sedan, a luxury SUV, or a massive commercial delivery van, the technicians possess the specific training and the heavy-duty professional equipment to handle the job. They do it all from a standard lockout to a really complex accident recovery. Ultimately, the whole shebang boils down to one simple reality. Roadside emergencies do not care if it's 2 p.m. on a sunny Tuesday or 3 a.m. on a rainy holiday weekend. And that is exactly why 24/7 365 availability is absolutely critical. If you travel the I-35 corridor, having a number like 210-796-7869 saved in your phone right now isn't just planning ahead, it's securing a literal lifeline for when crisis inevitably strikes. Which leaves us with this final thought for today. You really never know when the road is going to throw you a curveball. The environment of the I-35 corridor is completely unforgiving, but your experience being stranded on the side of it doesn't have to be. Preparedness is what transforms a terrifying emergency into just a manageable inconvenience. So I'll leave you with this question. Will you know who to call when it does? Take a moment today to reflect on your own roadside safety plan, because peace of mind is for sure the best thing you can pack for any trip. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, stay safe out there on the roads.